o'clock. I didn't realize that it was already live streaming. Shalom, earth, teaching truth and righteousness. And to you Israelite foreigners, come back home to the truth. To those that passed away serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh shall arise first. All right, I want to do this video. I kind of did it already, but I wanted to do the video and the whole thing come out right about the meaning of valor. So I don't know how much y'all saw from the last video, but I wanted to go into that because it's very important. I'm part of a camp called Men of Valor, so able to go into the definition of valor in English. It means courage and bravery, right? What that means to me, you look danger dead in its eye, and you're willing to still do what you have to do, despite the clear and present danger that you see. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being an Israelite, coming out here in the streets teaching shit. Right now, there's danger. Cars doing to get that good signal, man. It don't go out. I'll never see it. But anyway, just go back into it. When you read what valor means, means bravery. You have to be brave to be an Israelite that goes out in the streets. You got a lot of Israelites sitting out for that life. I know Israelites is not built for that life. I know one brother, I'm gonna call him a brother. He's not a bad brother, but he's not a man. Lame ass excuse as to why he can't go to camp no more, why he doesn't. Not doing what he has to do to yes, but safe faith. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen when everything we talk about comes to fruition? I dread it. I dread the thought of it. But you know what? Now it. When we out there, it looks foolish to these people, man. When we out there with these garments on, motherfuckers think we got costumes on and shit. They look at us like we crazy, man. Shit. When we out there, it looks foolish to these people, man. When we out there with these garments on, motherfuckers. Shit, and you know what? I love the fact that I'm in Elizabeth, which is the city I also work in, and the city I grew up in originally, because through that I get even more humiliation. I got people that come to my job that recognize me from camp. I got people that I grew up with recognizing me at camp. I mean, most brothers, like I ran into a brother named Malik that I was in high school with, and he was cool about it, man. He was very interested in learning the truth and just real cool, you know what I mean? But everybody's not like that. And the fact that we enduring that's courage, that's bravery. And also, if you saw the first that I did on the subject, courage, the word in Spanish is valor. And they both come from the same Latin word, which I think is valid something. You got to think about the word validity. What is validity? When something is good enough, right? When something is worthy. This evidence is valid, meaning it's good enough to convict a murderer. Valid. You know what I'm saying? It all comes from the same word. Validity. In Spanish, valor means worth. Cuánto vale? How much is this worth? Or another word in English is value. Valor in English is value. You know what I'm saying? What's your... So how much you are worth and your courage are one and the same. Because if you don't got the fucking balls to go out here and condemn these fucking demons, or to teach this word, and to Lord willing, do what it has to do what it takes to serve the Lord. Listen, what we brothers out here that go to camp, from the elders from the elders and apostles of GMS to the other Israelites in other camps that may not have the right doctrine, but they're still out there doing what they can. You know, to my camp, to DTA, what we do takes a lot of balls, man. It takes a lot of valor. It takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot of self-worth, man. What are we worth? We're worth the work that we put in, man. It means a lot, the word valor. It means a lot more than you think. Men just throw a name around, men of valor, men of valor. Men of valor means a lot, man. Men of valor is literally worth a lot if you live according to the, you know what I'm saying, to what valor means. You know, we betting it all, basically. We betting all our worth on the fact that we're going to have courage to stand up and do the right thing when it's time. And we're not going to fold like these other niggas. That's what we have valor. That's what we trust in, man. The Lord is gonna see us through this rough period. The time of Jacob's troubles is coming, man. I personally know, we all know in this truth what America's doing behind closed doors, what's going on with Iran, what can happen. And we're still out there doing it, man. I could easily sit here and gamble on moving to a country that may not get hit with nukes, but I'm here in the belly of the fucking beast, man. Because you know what? It's only a chance you might go to a fucking country that what country's not going to get hit with nukes? You know what I'm saying? The country you go to thinking they won't get hit with nukes might get hit with nukes. So my question is, if all the fucking roads are closed, how the fuck am I going to get to where I got to go? But anyway, that's what valor's talking about, man. Valor is courage, and valor is also how much you are worth. And it's not talking about necessarily money. How much are you worth? What are you worth? Because the measure of a man is his fucking. What do people like about men? Valor. You know, in these days, a man's valor, meaning his worth, is his money. In the old days, a man's valor was his ability to face confrontation. You know what I mean? Fight. That's why you got all these fucking movies. Why is the Karate Kid so fucking famous? Why is Rocky so famous? Because coincidentally, both of these individuals showed a lot of valor, a lot of courage. And it's funny how the balls that these characters showed made them that much more wealthy. Maybe not the individuals, maybe Ralph Macchio, because your courage is going to get you paid. A man that truly shows himself as brave, you know what I'm saying, that bravery is going to pay off at some point. You know, right? You show a lot of balls in and shit, but they're not the real deal. You know what I'm saying? The real deal is those of us brothers out there in the streets pushing this word, man. And we're going to get paid through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Our courage now, our valor now, is going to get us value in the kingdom. It's all in the same. It's all one. That's why the same fucking Latin word produced the word valor in Spanish, the word value in English, valor, which is courage, in English as well. That's why this is such a powerful word, valor, man. Because it means so much. And it's like, yo, you would think bravery and worth aren't the same thing, but are. You know how somebody says this actor's $10 million? We're worth a lot when we have courage. When they tell these rich and famous people that had balls and the courage to do what the fuck everybody couldn't do, or everybody said they couldn't do, it's all one and the same. You know, I know it's people gonna be looking at the video like this motherfucker spaced out, but I'm not. I'm onto something with what I'm saying, man. Valor and worth, courage and worth, all in the same. Validity. That's another one. Like I said, I keep going back to these words: validity, valor, value, valor in Spanish. All these things are one and the same, man. You don't have no validity if you don't have no valor. You don't have no courage. And you're not worth nothing if you don't have no valor. You know, that's why that word is so intertwined. The word valor in you know what I'm saying, in all these different languages and shit. The same. And the sooner you realize that, you brothers and sisters out there, the sooner you see, you know what I'm saying, what it takes to get saved, man. What it takes to make it through the end. You know, you have to have valor. You have to have courage, man. The Most High doesn't want motherfucker. What did David have? What did King David have? The mighty King David, man. He had valor, he had courage, and he had worth. And he damn sure was valid. He damn sure was valid. Because his words are written into the Bible today. In the book of Psalms. He was courageous, man. He went and said, fuck, you know, stepped to Goliath and killed his ass. He killed his ass. Goliath was much mightier than him, but he said, listen, I'm going to have the valor, man. Hey, Shalom. Shalom, Borsellini. It's my brother right there, Gabar Rakah. You know, to me, that's somebody that I look at as an example of valor. That brother exudes valor, man. Courage, bravery. You know what I'm saying? Take a lot of shit you do, you know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a lot of balls to do, man. Like, being different, you know what I'm saying? Doing things a slightly different way from Israel. You know what I mean? You're not late, really. You know what I'm saying? I had technical difficulties, brother. But, you know what I'm saying? This valor thing is deep as hell, man. I know you just probably tuned in, but I was going into the, you know, the Latin word that valor comes from is the same word that the Spanish word valor comes from. The same word that value comes from, and valid. You know, valid means, like, you know what I'm saying? Is it good enough? Is it right? You know, the Spanish word for valor is valor, which means worth. The English word for valor means courage and bravery. You know what I'm saying? And what's the other word? Value. You know what value means? Value means worth. Value is the equivalent of the Spanish word for valor. You know, so it means that basically your worth is based on your courage. If you have the courage, you're not a man. If you a man that's not willing to stick up for what is right, you ain't shit. That's basically what valor means to me, man. And what it literally means in the Latin and the English and the Spanish. All those words are together. You know what I'm saying? When you look at etymology. You know? So, like I said, when I look at the brother Gabar Rakah, when I look at Itazawan, when I look at my fellow laborers, and when I look at brothers out there, man, the brothers at camp, that's valor. Even if you don't like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't have the right doctrine, but you out there facing Satan, I'm gonna give you another example of valor. Zabak has valor, man. Me and that man and Sabal, the three of us, and I think maybe one or two other brothers, faced like 20 or 30 fucking Navy men on 45th and Broadway years ago, man. And it could have got ugly. And we were heavily outnumbered. You know, that's valor, man. That's valor. The brother Gabar Rakah stood up for a brother and got jumped. Not to put your business out there, but you already know. To stick up for a brother, you know what I'm saying? And you stood up to multiple dudes. And that's not even just for the truth. That was, you know what I'm saying, sticking up for a friend. That's valor, man. Yahushua died on the cross for our sins. That's valor. You know, King David stepping to Goliath and saying, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to kill you. That's valor. You're not gonna disrespect my power. That's valor, man. Who's gonna stand up for the Lord against the workers of iniquity? That's valor if you do that, man. Like I said, those that's out there having heart, man. Those of us that's out at camp teaching the sheep, man. That shit ain't easy. You know, another thing that ain't easy is being an Israelite that's known to be hardcore, but then talking about, you know, doing things like feeding the homeless and taking care of people and really caring about your people. Because people don't like all that care. The reason why the truth attracts a lot of you dudes out there is because you like all the yelling and screaming and being able to tell the white man he's the devil. But what about purging your own sins? What about saying, you know what? I'm gonna go do charity. I'm gonna turn away from sin. A lot of brothers don't like the real parts of the scriptures, the internal. You want to be a killer. You want to be a gangster. You like the gangster parts of the scriptures. But what about the real gangsters? The real gangsters took care of their people, man. During the time of the mafia's prime, let you do something to one of them older Italian women or one of them kids and see if you wouldn't have your damn car blown up or get your ass whooped. You know, you go against the family, that's what's going to happen to you. That's valor, man. Valor is sticking up for your own people, man. How many of you have valor? Because if you don't have valor, which is courage, you're not going to be worth nothing, which is value, and you're not going to be found valid in the kingdom of heaven. Plain and simple. You know, that word valor is a very important word when you actually look it up in the Latin, and let alone when you look it up in the Hebrew. Valor means a lot, man. You know what's the reason why people look up to the founding fathers of America? Because on the left-hand side they had valor. They fought for this, you know, to steal this country. They fought black people to steal Native American. They came over here to another land and was ready to fight and lay down their lives, man. On the wicked hand, that's valor. So how much more us on the right hand side trying to do the right thing? Looking at Satan in the face, say, listen, put me on your fucking FBI watch. Put me on your Project Megiddo list. Do what you want. We're gonna go out teaching the word of the Heavenly Father with nowhere near the military weaponry that you have. We're not armed. When we go out there in the streets, we're armed with the word of the Lord, man. If you look at it on the car, fuckers got guns, knives, bats. You know, because I'm not just talking about the government. I'm talking about niggas out there that would try to hurt somebody. You got violent men out here, and we're out here teaching the word of the Heavenly Father against them. And don't get it twisted. We fight back if we have to, and when we have to. But we're not playing no games, man. We out here fighting the spiritual war against carnal people. That's not valor to you? That's valor, man. That word means a lot. You know, everybody that's in the Men of Valor camp should be able to break down the word one way or the other, you know? Like I said, if you just look at it on the English, that word means a lot in and of itself. Valor, courage, bravery. You know, like I was going to, brother, before you, I don't know if you saw this part, but the reason why all these movies, Rocky and Karate Kid and all that shit, all these movies are big is because it showed valor. These movies showed valor. These movies showed that, you know, even though it's just a fucking movie, it's fiction, but you got a boxer that's fighting the odds, man. He's already not the greatest boxer, but he's going into the boxing ring with the greatest boxer. And takes an ass whooping, no matter how it's hit, he still comes back fighting. That's valor. Karate Kid. He's going against guys that are bullies and do this karate shit and win tournaments. And he's going in there unexperienced, like King David went up against Goliath and whooped their ass. That's valor, man. You know me, I don't like going into movies too much to express scriptural concepts, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? These movies show the best movies out there are about a man standing up and fighting against the odds. They love King David. Why is King David such a great story? Because he fought the odds. Movie is against all odds and fighting and winning. Almost any good movie. Almost any good movie is it's a man that has no chance or little to no chance and comes out winning at the end. When you watch a fucking horror movie with Jason chasing motherfuckers, who's always the one that stands at the end? The little kid, you know, the woman that was able to outsmart him somehow. It's never the big, strong, mighty mother. The big, strong, mighty motherfuckers get their arms chopped off. In Jason 3, this big so-called black guy try to go toe-to-toe with Jason. And what happened? At the end of the movie, it's the little kid that chopped the shit out of Jason. Because the Lord deals with the underdog, man. Why do people love 50 Cent so much? In the midst of Ja Rule's fame and fortune and all that, and Murder Inc. and all that, he stood up to him. He was disrespectful as hell. He was defiant as hell. And he came up, you know what I'm saying, and basically took down Murder Inc., man. Even though I'm not saying, you know, the way he did it and all that other stuff, but the reason why America fell in love with 50 Cent, because he's the motherfucker that got shot 9 times and lived to tell it and fought back and came back stronger. Resurrected his rap career and everything, man. You know, because that's what valor's about. Basically, fighting the odds. Now, again, I'm not saying 50 Cent is a man of valor. You know, he's a man of valor for whatever he, you know, he's doing. But what I'm saying is, you see how he got shot 9 times and lived to tell about it and do it? You know what I'm saying? Keep rapping and took over the rap game, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna do spiritually, man. Those of us out there that serve the Lord in sincerity, we gonna be the men of valor. We're gonna conquer the odds within Israel alone, man. We're a minority within the Israelite community, let alone this whole world, man. This whole world is you know what I'm saying? They not on what we on, but guess what? We on we on what the Most High's on. Why do you think the Most High is gonna destroy this whole world? This whole world was cruel as hell to everybody else, man. The Lord wants people with hearts, man, that's willing to fight for what's right. It's funny because you like movies about people that fight for what's right, but you don't like people that fight for what's right. They're corny to you. But you'll watch that shit on a movie. Oh yeah, Rocky. But you will sleep on one of your mans and shit and be like, yo, you can't do that shit, man. You know, that's how people are, man. That's right. We're a small sanctuary, man. You know, but with that, I'm almost at my destination, so I'm gonna have to end the live stream. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Gabar Rakah, we're gonna talk more about that. You know what I'm saying? You already know. And you know, we're gonna keep pushing this valor thing, man. It's very important. Because that's it, man. That's it. That's where we at. But with that, I'm gonna say all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers throughout the 4 corners of the earth, teaching the truth and righteousness and sincerity. And you sisters out there holding it down. To you Israelite foreigners, come back home to the truth. Love you too, brother. To all those that passed away serving the Lord and had the valor to do it throughout your lives. You know, because again, it's about having valor. You know, you got men out there that's going out there and putting their lives on the line. That's valor. But you know, with that, you know, I'm gonna say shalom.